Have you ever looked up at the night sky? Have you seen the countless stars that twinkle like tiny diamonds scattered across a dark velvet blanket? Each one of those lights is a sun, a star very much like our own. And around many of those suns, there could be planets. Think about that for a moment. Worlds beyond our world, planets with different colors, different sizes, and maybe even different kinds of life. This idea is not just a dream, it is a thought that has captivated humanity for thousands of years. It is the beginning of a grand adventure, a journey that starts with a single, simple question. What else is out there? The universe is vast. It is bigger than you can possibly imagine. Our Earth is just one small planet orbiting one ordinary star in one galaxy among billions. When we gaze into the cosmos, we are looking back in time and across immense distances. The light from the nearest stars takes years to reach us. The light from distant galaxies takes millions or even billions of years. This cosmic ocean is filled with mystery and wonder. It invites us to explore, to ask big questions, and to imagine the possibilities that lie hidden in the darkness between the stars. The sky is not a limit, it is an invitation. This feeling of wonder is a powerful force. It is what drives us to learn and to discover. It connects us to our ancient ancestors who also looked at the same stars and told stories about them. They saw heroes, animals, and gods in the patterns of the constellations. They used the stars to navigate the seas and to mark the changing of the seasons. That same curiosity is alive in you. It is the spark that makes you want to know more about the world around you and the worlds that might exist far, far away. It is the engine of exploration, pushing us to reach for what seems unreachable. So, the next time you are outside on a clear night, take a moment, look up. Let your eyes adjust to the darkness and see the faint glow of the Milky Way, our home galaxy. Each point of light is a potential destination. Each one could be the sun for a family of planets, a world of its own with its own story. You are a citizen of the cosmos, a part of this grand and beautiful universe. Your journey into the unknown begins right here, right now, just by looking up and allowing yourself to wonder about the magnificent scale of everything. Long before we had rockets or powerful telescopes, we had another way to travel to distant worlds. We had our imagination. Your mind is the most powerful spaceship ever built. It can travel faster than the speed of light. It can journey to places that do not exist, and it can create entire universes inside your head. When we imagine other worlds, we are using this incredible power. We can dream of planets with 2 suns in the sky, or worlds covered in giant glowing forests. We can picture strange creatures and amazing cities that defy the laws of gravity. This is the first step in any great exploration. Stories are the blueprints for these imaginary journeys. Books, movies, and even video games are like travel guides to worlds beyond our own. They take us to places like the desert planet of Arrakis from Dune, or the magical school of Hogwarts in Harry Potter. Even though these places are not real, they feel real when we are lost in the story. They show us what is possible when we let our creativity run free. These stories fill our minds with ideas and inspiration. They make us think about what life could be like in a different place, under a different sky with different rules. When an author writes a story about a new world, they are conducting a thought experiment. They ask, what if? What if a planet was made entirely of water? What if humans could communicate with intelligent plants? These questions lead to incredible adventures and powerful lessons. These imagined worlds help us understand our own world better. By seeing how characters solve problems on a distant planet, we can learn new ways to think about our own challenges here on Earth. Stories expand our perspective and show us that there are many different ways to live and to be. This act of creation is not just for writers and artists. It is for everyone. You can build your own worlds too. You can draw them, write about them, or simply dream about them. Your imagination is your personal laboratory for exploring the cosmos. What kind of world would you create? Would it have purple oceans and green skies? Would its inhabitants fly on the backs of giant birds? There are no limits to what you can imagine. These journeys of the mind prepare us for the real journeys to come. They build the foundation of curiosity upon which all scientific discovery is built. While imagination lets us travel anywhere, science gives us the tools to search for real worlds. For centuries, astronomers have used telescopes to peer deeper into space. At first, they were simple tubes with glass lenses. But today, we have giant observatories on mountaintops and powerful telescopes floating in space, like the Hubble and the James Webb Space Telescope. These incredible machines are our eyes on the universe. They can see planets orbiting other stars, worlds that we call exoplanets. They allow us to move from pure imagination to actual scientific observation. Finding these exoplanets is not easy. They are incredibly far away and very dim compared to the bright stars they orbit. Scientists have developed clever methods to detect them. One way is to watch a star very closely and look for a tiny dip in its brightness. This dip can mean that a planet has passed in front of the star, blocking a small amount of its light. Another method is to look for a tiny wobble in a star's position, caused by the gravitational pull of an orbiting planet. Using these techniques, we have found thousands of exoplanets in our corner of the Milky Way galaxy. Each new discovery is a thrill. We have found gas giants larger than Jupiter, rocky worlds similar in size to Earth, and planets that orbit so close to their star that their surfaces are molten lava. Some of these planets are in what scientists call the habitable zone. This is the region around a star where the temperature is just right for liquid water to exist on a planet's surface. Water is a key ingredient for life as we know it, so finding planets in this zone is very exciting. It brings us one step closer to answering the ultimate question: are we alone in the universe? The search for other worlds is one of the greatest scientific adventures of our time. It combines technology, mathematics, and a deep sense of wonder. Every new exoplanet we find is another piece of a giant cosmic puzzle. Scientists are now learning how to study the atmospheres of these distant worlds, looking for signs of gases that could hint at the presence of life. This quest is a journey for all of humanity. It connects us to the cosmos and reminds us that there is still so much left to discover. The universe is waiting for us to explore its secrets. The journey to worlds beyond worlds is powered by two amazing human qualities: curiosity and imagination. Curiosity is the engine that asks the questions. Why is the sky blue? What are stars made of? Are there other planets like Earth? These questions drive scientists to build new telescopes and send probes into space. They push authors to write new stories and artists to paint new pictures. Curiosity is the desire to know, to understand, and to see what lies over the next horizon. It is a feeling that lives inside every single one of us, waiting to be unleashed. Imagination is the map for this journey. It allows us to envision the answers to our questions before we find them. Albert Einstein, one of the greatest scientists in history, said that imagination is more important than knowledge. It is our ability to imagine new possibilities that leads to breakthroughs. Before we discovered exoplanets, we imagined them in stories. Before we flew to the moon, we dreamed of it. Imagination gives us a destination to strive for. It is the creative force that turns a question into a quest and a dream into a reality. Think of the famous worlds that have inspired us. Worlds like Pandora from the movie Avatar, with its floating mountains and glowing ecosystem, or the galaxy far, far away from Star Wars, filled with diverse planets and alien species. These creations spark our own curiosity. They make us wonder if such places could really exist. They inspire future scientists, engineers, and explorers. The stories we tell today can become the scientific missions of tomorrow. Your favorite book or movie could be the starting point for a real discovery one day. So do not ever let anyone tell you to stop dreaming. Your mind is a universe of its own, full of unexplored worlds. Nurture your curiosity. Ask big questions. Read books, watch movies, and learn about the real discoveries happening in science. But most importantly, create. Draw your own maps of alien worlds, write stories about interstellar adventures, build your own spaceships out of cardboard boxes. The next great journey into the cosmos begins with you. It begins with your ability to look up at the stars and imagine a world beyond our own. Your universe is waiting. Go explore it.